If these British are anything, it's stubborn. Time after time, you've sent their forces reeling, and time and again they're returning with a new offensive. With Tobruk behind your lines, continuing to disrupt our efforts to supply the troops, you will be especially hard-pressed to fight off this latest assault. A British surprise attack has already advanced deep into our lines across this front. You will need to marshal your forces, find and engage any British forces as you encounter them, and take back control of this desert. But now is where it gets tricky. The force arrayed against you is vast, and your objectives are scattered across the desert. Additionally, Rommel has rightly pointed out that should the enemy successfully link up with Tobruk, we would find ourselves in a most dangerous encirclement. So, disrupt the enemy offensive as best you can before Rommel gives the order for a withdrawal. Remember, we must preserve the Africa Corps. Good luck.
Hello everyone, and welcome back once again to Panzer Corps 2. Let's repair these guys over here. So once again in Africa. This mission actually does take place like 2 days, or the start date is at least like 2 days before the Battle of Moscow, but I still decided to do this later. That's fine. I just kind of wanted to finish everything in the east, not keep you in suspense. So, yeah. Alright, forces are repaired. We still need 4,500, well, 4,300 prestige-ish in order to have enough for the victory path. I think it's actually a bit harder if you're playing Generalissimus to get to the victory path on in Africa, because, well, you only have 4 missions to get to 10,000, whereas you have a lot more missions to get there in after France, of course, whereas I feel like because the maps are larger in Russia, it feels like it's easier at that point. Especially if you have a mission like Kiev, where you can just farm a gazillion prestige. Either way, we still need to get there, so let's try to make a lot of surrenders. Let's do a couple of upgrades. Want to go for the recon unit, upgrade that, then let's see, I do have the Panzer 3J, which is now available. That's 40. Can we upgrade the anti-tank? That'd be kind of nice. This is an upgrade worth 50. I think that's probably a good idea. More initiative, more defense, and more hard attack is kind of what I need. And these are kind of poopy AT guns anyway, so let's upgrade. Alright, so what I want to do for this mission is I want to kind of like have 2 big groups, one down here that will move towards Gabr Saleh, and then another force here which will then cut off these forces down south. So we'll try to create a pocket of enemy forces from both sides. Now I do believe, yeah, these forces will be defeated, after which the British will very likely try to cut towards Tobruk. And that's where we're going to try and stop them, encircle and destroy their units, and then push upon the victory objectives that we had there already. Historically, this was of course a huge mess of a battle with yeah, the Germans holding on and then using counteroffensives, trying to encircle the British and getting oil dumps and stuff, and it was just one big mess. Either way, what I also want to do is I want to upgrade some of these and give them better transport, so they can add those combat points. So I do want to get to 78, so I still get to split some of my units, but I also want to start including some of this. So 3 of them will be upgraded for now, and let's see, let's deploy 1 here. That's a T-gun here. Artillery, anti-aircraft here. They'll still cover everything. Then recon, tank, and another tank. Let's go for the Panzer 3E. It's over here. Then the other group, I guess at Gumboot. No, they can take that if they like. I'd probably rather deploy at Siedlgezeg. With these Panzer 3F over here. Anti-aircraft. Yeah. Alright, let's deploy a... The enemy will probably have the initiative. It's very likely. Well, my real question is, should I deploy a force at Gumboot? It kind of seems like I have no choice but to actually do that. So let's actually get rid of these for now. And I will take another look. I want to have those fighters a bit to the rear, just to make sure, or those bombers. Oh, so I switched that up. Ah. There we go. Okay, so if I'm going to divide this into two groups, I would need... I don't like splitting them up at all, but... No, I would have to put you into the back. This here. That's 3F. This is a new Pioneers. Alright. I would still need a group here-ish. But kind of want them a little bit further to the back. Like, I don't really like this that much, but I guess I'll have to make do for one turn. Let's do it like that. UI is ready. I'm ready. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, I need to deploy that hero. I'm gonna put it on my fighter here. Because yeah, the swings are probably a bit bigger for those guys than for tanks and such. So it doesn't show that yet, though. So it's really weird. I have to deploy it, maybe. Yeah. So everything is looking good, I think. you're protected. This is... Better switch these around though. So that both infantry at least do have the anti-tank. And we're fine there. Alright. Besides that, let's... Just keep them together. What? What is up with how this looks? This looks very weird. This is like, this is both a dirt airfield and it also looks like hills. That's some definite mistake. Alright. Yeah. This looks really weird. Okay. Oh wow, they did counter battery fire. Who would have thought that was actually useful there? Huh. Now these guys are really going hard at it. They're taking huge losses on their side too. I mean, I guess they'll repair, but... Yeah, they're just sacrificing themselves almost. Because they're not going to do a whole lot of damage against that infantry which is on the hills. Okay, this is a bit more unfortunate. Using Stuarts against my infantry. Yeah, it hurts. But we live. And I can encircle these. Didn't see any enemy planes just yet. Is that actually good attack? Because I don't... They actually have a pretty high shot at still dealing damage to my puck. Finally has 1 star of experience, at least. But I don't really want to spend any points. Alright, let's do this. Let's see. Nice. Then, like I said, I do want to encircle these guys. But I guess for regular tanks it would be hard to get around this. Could go from the back, but I could also still see the enemy actually... Let's see. Sending in more tanks. They'll go to 6, they'll go to 10 out of 7, so that's good to surround these, but then we also need to surround those guys still. I think I'm better off actually trying to finish off this here infantry. It's just inconvenient at the moment. Oh well. Okay, it's surrounded, huh? Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, using the bomber for cleaning duty. fine, I think. Won't be able to encircle these just because this thing has only 4 movement. That is a shame. Especially because it's just hills. Like I can do something from that side, so I'd have to use a tank like this. But that would mean I'd have to get rid of both of those units, which is practically impossible. Right there. Then I would need to have a unit in here. Can they go there? No, because of the Chevy. Right, moving in here. I might just as well go in here then I'll have that and that. I still need to get into this hex. And I could technically do that with the recon. Oh, that's too far. So it is up with this thing anyway. It's just a recon unit, but I would think that they can actually change into like a different form or something. So currently I have this, and I'm moving in here. Should get both of those encircled. There we have it. Now you cut this part off. So moving you in here would take both of those. So that's 2 Crusaders and 2 Stewards encircled for now. Good. These guys are already severely weakened. I'm doing this, of course, to... Well, I'm saying of course, but I'm doing this to save myself some prestige, of course, as well, because the earlier they're encircled, the less damage they're gonna deal. And the tougher it will get for them. At this point, I might just as well also get rid of the infantry, Or that infantry, and I think I can do that by surrender first, and then I'll encircle these. Although, yeah, you guys can move ahead a bit. Okay. That's a bit too much, I suppose. They'll just die then. Probably don't even need to give those guys replacements for now. I don't really expect them to take a whole lot of damage. This thing doesn't have anti-tank support. Which I think could be a problem. No need to attack there, since I can make surrender this for additional prestige. You guys can just stay there. Want to at least cover the tank as well. You guys are technically protected. Enemy can't go through on this side anymore, so let's just do this. And just try to get more suppression, although that didn't work that much. These guys have very low chance. The Stug 23. Combat is so much more confusing in this game than in Panzer Corps. It was super simple to calculate, but now I have to do all these calculations every single time. It's like 68 times, you know, 0.23, and well, that puts it around 15%, I suppose. At least it's good for your math skills, but sometimes I wonder why it couldn't have been simple like before. Not gonna lie. It's a bit complicated sometimes. Where are you guys gonna go? I wouldn't mind just giving these places up, trying to escape. Yeah, and I'm probably not gonna kill these guys off anyway. But maybe. Come on. Oh well. It was worth a try, I think. Yeah, that's fine. It's an anti-aircraft gun. We'll have to be careful of that. Okay, that's not super useful. And they went back in there, huh? Look, they might still have a shot. No. Nope. Keep going for the anti-tank. It's quite something. Okay. It's almost as if they know they're gonna hit this thing. But all of them will be rendered moot from the next turn, or useless at least. That's fine. These guys gonna have a bad day. Because, like I said, all of them are not gonna be very useful from the next turn anymore. I can just as well go in here. One shot kill, not bad. They're fully suppressed. They're fully suppressed. These should probably just get destroyed. I'll probably no longer use the pack this mission. Then I don't want to go for elite replacements during this mission, I think. Because I want to save my prestige. Seems like they have some more units. Now the true question is, which unit am I going to park in here? You could unload, but they'll probably take more hits from whatever they have there. That's unfortunate. I really would have liked using the anti-tank for that because they deal so little damage. Try to get them with mass attack bonus. Finish that off. I should probably just try to destroy that. For the sake of speed. I have a good number of units to surrender there anyway. Six out of 8. Okay. Guess that didn't work. How does that even work? Then they're less suppressed. It's so weird. Then, well, let's try to move them forward. Use the tank. Good. These guys also cannot attack, and they're far enough out that I don't really need to worry about any attacks against them. Against the infantry, that is, so... Let's do that. Alright, they can still escape through this hex. So I will have to cover it. And over here. Yeah, so they definitely have additional tanks. Let's try it with the recon first. Success. Can't actually damage this thing this turn, so there's no need for me to do anything there. I'll have to make it surrender on the next turn. Didn't I have a 1 strength unit left there? No. Never mind. I have to say that I'm a bit afraid that they're gonna attack down there. Especially because, I don't know, they have a vision of 2 at least, okay. Okay, well, this is looking marginally fine then. Try to stay out of harm's way. I actually wouldn't mind them taking Sidi Rizek, even though that's a supply hex, very likely. It will give me additional supply if I can retake it, so that wouldn't be a problem at all, actually. And again, because this hex, the enemy cannot go through here. So, oh no, they can move into this particular hex, right? So I'm just moving them forward. Yeah, I can't protect all my units for now, unfortunately. Do have these covered, but these are exposed. No fighters left. Please use your bomber there. Oh, they're removing them. Alright. It's good to already see that. I would almost say that should be an ambush, but... oh well. Please take it. Nice, so I can take back Sidi Rizek. And this will be a good target for surrender. So, okay, there we are. I was already curious, why don't you move? They're at 5 out of 5, so I need to deal only 1 damage. Let's park the weakest units. It's a bit frustrating when your units don't deal the damage that they need to do. I mean, I know it's only 0 and 1, but come on. There we go. Get back together. Take this. Nice, giving me back 150 prestige. See, was super useful. I will try the same with Gambut. Doing that for Bir El Gubi might be a bit much, but yeah, I think it's generally a good idea to do stuff like that. Now we do know that the enemy was going to get some anti-aircraft units, so I do have to be careful about that. But let's see how much we can suppress this. Almost entirely, so we should be able to make a surrender, maybe. Maybe. These guys are also a bit in the way. Okay. Oh right, they all moved because I couldn't use that airfield anymore. Wow. I completely missed that though. Yeah, I haven't been playing this for quite some time, so I have to get back into it. Whoops. That's yeah, amateur mistake. Like I said, I've been out of it for a while, so yeah, that's what happens then. Going in here is a problem, so yeah, I can't make surrender all of them at this stage. I guess it's better to just take it a bit slow at that point then. Go in here, because I want the artillery up there actually. Yeah, the thing is that the faster I will deal with this, the easier it gets, because one of the problems would be that it's taking too long. I don't actually mind them attacking this artillery. That would actually not be the absolute worst. So let's get in here. But I don't want these to take damage. And they do actually have quite a reasonable chance to deal damage. Like, it's slightly below 50, but it's substantial, so I'd rather attack with the Panzer Corps E to make sure that we you know, we might miss out on a little bit of prestige, but I think because we're safer, it's a lot better that way. Oh, you can actually move back. That's super useful. Nice. Didn't anticipate that, but that is actually quite amazing indeed. And if they want to go around and attack, if they even can, I don't know how much desert is for them. So tract is just one, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I can easily see them attack there, although they technically shouldn't be able to see it. I have a long stream of units here, but I think they're actually decently protected by both artillery and anti-tank units, although there's only one tank unit. Right, I do want them to take Gambut, so I am actually going to move back a bit. They are in anti-aircraft mode, but it's hard to see. Oh yeah, I don't... This is actually a viable attack. Oh yeah, okay, so... But do I need to? Nah, I don't think so. Well, they'll probably just repair. Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally fine. That's an AUX unit. Oh wow, that's ballsy. Huh. Okay. Did not know that they could do that. I have to say. So how does it actually work? I've never had them attack like an anti-aircraft gun in this kind of mode, so I'm actually quite curious to see what happens. So if they're actually down in anti-air mode, it seems like they always hit last. And at that point... Is this close defense or base defense? Base defense is 4 only. Alright. So they really need to have it, get it from their initiative. Yeah, indeed, because if they were to be in anti-tank mode, they would be a lot more useful that way. I get it. 1, 1, 2, 3. So I do want to use them in anti-tank mode as well. Right, let's see if we cannot get rid of these. I don't think they'll have... This thing is absolute garbage. I don't think it has done any suppression whatsoever so far. Is feat all by itself. Being unable to deal any damage. Or any suppression even. Now this flak Vierling, however, is exceptionally useful. This is why I like those small caliber anti-aircraft guns. Like, they deal so much damage that... Like, this is 0 and 9, but using this is 0 and 4. Like, how can people keep saying that this thing is better than the smaller ones, whereas the smaller ones are absolutely shredding everything? Are very close in... or very small in core slots. They usually have only 1 or 2. Like, for the... I'm all for small caliber anti-air. Forget about the 88s. Even in Africa, this is amazing. Why would you not want this over this? I'm sorry. It's just... my love for these things, it knows no bounds. Boom. One-shotting airplanes. Don't see the 88s do that. Now only the bombers are left. So that enemy infantry that they had, it just turned into a Chevy, then moved around and started wailing on me. And I'm just gonna use a bunch of weak units to deal with it. I hope. There we go. It started getting a bit dangerous. Yep. They actually are able to cause a lot of havoc with those few troops that they had there. Yeah, I think most of the units, at least for their first wave or whatever that might be, will have been beaten. I do see them getting a second wave, sure. So let's move. They're almost fully suppressed, but well, even you can deal a lot of damage. So this is probably the best way, using the Italian tanks. There we go. So another surrender. Good. Let's see what I can do against those enemy bombers over here. I might have been able to use the 88s, but... Okay, nice. Enemy air units mostly neutralized, it seems like, for now. So that's great. How far can you go? Not far enough. But it doesn't seem like there's anything here. So you're fully suppressed, right? Okay, let's split you up. For minimum damage. Although that didn't work out very well. Yeah, that's fine. This also reduces their vision, and this thing has to relocate now. Probably to this airfield. Okay. I want to keep this around for encirclements. Probably worth it. Oh, that was a bit too far. I did not expect to do that, but we'll be fine probably. You guys cannot move, neither can you. But you can. Want to put them there. These are in anti-tank mode. Alright, like I said, I do want the enemy to still take the airfield at Gambut. If at all possible. And we know that they had a recon up there, so they're actually likely to take it. I know that it's a supply hex, but it gives me 150 prestige, so should be okay. Next unit? No. That's weird. Okay. Right, I'm gonna end the video here though, and I'll wrap things up in the next one. Do want to thank you all for watching. Do hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe, and we'll continue the Operation Crusader battle next time. Already doesn't really seem like the Allies are going to be able to get all the way to Tobruk, but yeah, we'll see how they perform. It's very likely, looking at the turn limit, that they'll have 2 waves, and after that we'll have to race for the victory objectives. It was rather similar, I think, in a previous mission. Yeah, so we'll see. Either way, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye-bye.